So the Duke and Duchess of Success paid a visit to Nigeria. Their trip was very brief, but they had such a fantastic time because they were treated as royalty. Now, I paid attention to the different headlines that cover the story, and this one in particular caught my attention from CNN. And it says, Meghan visited Nigeria as a duchess and left as an African princess. Now, that is a loaded headline, and I would like us to explore that. And also, why did they go to Nigeria in particular, and what does it mean for them, and what does it mean for Nigerians as well? Let's explore the matter. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. So welcome back. My name is Moitinya and I am the host of All About Africa, where we talk about all things Africa. If you're new to this channel and you like what you see so far, please do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell, ding ding, to get an update on any new content we post. And also, if you're a long-time watcher, I should say, I do want to thank you for just being there and supporting us throughout our journey. Now let's go back into the story. So Meghan and her hubby, Harry, only spent 3 days in Nigeria. They landed in Abuja first. Abuja now is the vibrant capital. It's a vibrant city of Abuja. My bad. It's a vibrant capital of the country, right? And so when they got there, they were given a red carpet treatment. They had cultural dancers, and also they attended a summit. And this summit was geared towards young people, and their primary focus was mental health. Now, I thought this was quite incredible because as a Nigerian myself, and knowing that our culture really has not fully embraced mental health and mental illness, it is nice to see Meghan focus on this, right? Not that we need her in this department, but it's sometimes I think having an outsider telling us things like this is best than our own people. So I really applaud her for that. And before I proceed, though, I also want to say this trip was very intentional. Everything they did was really intentional. Everywhere they went, everyone received them so well. And Nigerians are great with hospitality, by the way. If you have not visited a Nigerian person's house, you should. Prince Harry did a solo trip to Kaduna, where he was given 2 gifts, right? Both of them were paintings. The first one is of him and his wife on their wedding day. The second one is of him and his mom, but it's a younger image of him and his mom. So I thought, to me, this was a testament to a deep respect for Harry and Meghan, and also a deep admiration for the couple as well. So Nigerians were really, really excited about them coming, right? So, when I began this, I talked about why did they go to Nigeria? What's the significance of this? In 2022, Meghan announced that she's 43% Nigerian. And so I think knowing this information, she really wants to go back home to get reconnected, or rather to connect with her ancestors. And I think that's very important because it shows her interest in wanting to know her heritage, right? Now, this is what I would say though. I have to always give you my 2 cents. When I first moved to the States, 2002, I was 14 years old at the time. Being African wasn't cool, A lot of the discrimination I faced were within the community I lived in, which is African American community, as well as the Latino community I lived in at the time. And it was quite painful to learn about the horrible things that were said about me as an African person just coming into the state. But now I know why that's done. I understand that there is a misinformation when it comes to what is being portrayed about Africa, and also what the world know about Africa. Those things are not, especially when you're looking at mainstream media. So now being Africa is very cool. Oh, it's very cool. We have our jollof rice, we have our Afrobeat, Burna Boy, we have all of these things that has kind of put us on a platform and the global stage where we've turned our culture into something cool. So I'm just putting that out there, but it's still nice to know that she's 43% Nigerian, and she really wants to learn about her heritage and, the history of her people. We don't know what part of Nigeria she's from, but it's just nice to know this. Now, the interesting thing about this is, the interesting fact, or the interesting thing about Meghan's heritage is this: 3 extinct traditional rulers actually christened her with traditional names. When a Nigerian really, really likes you, they give you a Nigerian name. Now, I thought it was just something I do, but after researching about this, I realized that actually Nigerians do give you Nigerian names when they really, really like you. So the two tribes that actually, which name I'm going to be sharing with you shortly, are the Igbo. So the Obi of Onitsha, which is one of the towns in Nigeria, His Majesty Igwe Inemeka Alfred Ugochukwu gave Meghan the name Ada Maizi, which means daughter of the Igbo ancestral palace. So she's already a princess, so I mean, you just kind of add to that flair, right? And then the Oluwo of Iwo land, which is also another king or chief. They call them Oba, and this is from the Yoruba side. And this chief's name is Oba Abdulrasheed Adewale Akambi, and he actually christened her with the name Adetokunbo, which signifies royalty from across the seas. So all of this thing, again, adds to the beauty of her coming to Nigeria. And it really, and she went in with so much joy in her heart, and they went in with like really truly getting to know the people in that short amount of time. You know, they went to show face, but at least they got there and they really wanted to know the people. So another reason Meghan's presence was so imperative in this whole trip is this, that she also co-hosted a women empowerment conference, and she co-hosted it with Mrs. Iwela. I'm going to put all her titles here because this woman is actually one of the most powerful people in Africa. So it was indeed again, I would say that their trip was very intentional. Everything they did was really intentional. Now, on Harry's part, he went promoting the Invictus Game. Let's say that one more time. Invictus Games. Now, this is a game that he co-founded 10 years ago, and Nigeria happens to be the first country to adopt this. And now they're going to be playing on a national level, right? So this is really big. And also, I didn't even know that Harry was a British Army officer, and he did that for 10 years. That's because part of his going to Nigeria, he also paid a visit to the rehabilitation center of wounded soldiers, right? So all of these things, again, were very, very intentional for the couple. Now, the interesting thing about this whole beauty, I call it, right, is this. You know, the couple stepped down from their royal duties in 2020. And if they were to still be in that royal space, they wouldn't be able to take all the gifts that I just shared with you, right? Some of them. They won't be able to take any of them because that is not allowed. But on this trip, they are taking everything with them, right? They are allowed to take everything with them. Now, there were lots of controversies surrounding their going, but one of the things I thought was quite intriguing, it was very subtle, is that Princess Diana also visited Nigeria as well, or rather visited Africa, I should be specific. And on her visits, some of the things that she wore, Meghan also wore the same thing. They're very subtle, but if you look at this picture right here, you can see the necklace, the earrings. I mean, you could see the similarities. And so, again, your trip was very, very intentional. And also, I also wanted to say that when you're Nigerian, you're always going to be a Nigerian. Nigerian knows how to make you feel like a Nigerian. Meghan's outfit was also really, they customize it. You know, they give her Iru. I think that's what you call the thing that goes that goes over your shoulder. These are big madam actually wear these, and not big as in size, but big as in wealthy people are the ones who wear these Iru. So Nigerians really treated the couple so well. And it looks like they had such a fantastic time because they really went in to provide service to the people. Now, there was a lot of comparison between their going and that of William and Kate when they went to the Caribbean, right? I think there was an image, I'll show you this image right here, that portrayed them as white saviors, right? And I think Harry and Meghan were very intentional about not wanting to look like they've come in to save the people, but rather to be part of the people, right? So they did a good job with that. Now, what does it mean for Nigeria? Because I talked about what it meant for the people, for the couple that went. What does it mean for Nigeria? You know, Nigerians, we are known for insecurities, right? I've talked about the Boko Haram situation in the past, and Boko Haram started with 2009, right? This makes the stability of the country or the security of the country really poor. So there is this narrative out there that really can't host dignitaries because of our lack of security, or lack of, the insecurities we have in our country. And so Nigerians are saying that this goes to show that we actually can host people, and we can take care of them, and they would come enjoy themselves and go back. But my thing is, to Nigerians, I always have to add my 2 cents. These people are dignitaries. So they're already coming in with a lot of protections and they're going to the part of the country that doesn't have Boko Haram. So the part that they live in Abuja, that's a fancy part of town. So you just need to know where you're going and who you're going to go see, and have them take care of you the way these people have been taken care of. The royalties have been taken care of. So to my Nigerians, my Naija people, I really do have a question for you. Did you appreciate seeing Meghan and Harry? Do you want them to return to Nigeria for another visit? Do you think that their visit meant something to you on an individual level, a global level, collective level, whatever level you find yourself? So please comment below. And again, do not forget to subscribe. Click on the notification bell to be the first to receive any new content. We are so happy that you've joined us today and you've watched the entire video. We'll see you again next time.